Hey CJ, welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Well, in the last episode we made it to this planet, and now we're going to go into this section of the planet. I already tried to record this episode once already, but the game crashed, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. We'll see. Basically spent the entire episode in this one section, particularly in the Elder Enclave that's coming up. Watch out, little buddy. Nope, didn't make it. Because there are mines here. Alright, so we need solo mode off. Go ahead and spot all these mines. Now let's equip ourselves with demolition enhancing goggles. I don't even know I had these. Alright, let's use these. Plasma vent. I'm assuming it's this deadly plasma. Let's see. Yep, okay, it's deadly plasma. Good to know. Those are the parts we need. I guess these came from the ship or something, or maybe someone intentionally put these mines here. Like the only time where a creature actually triggers the mine. Alright, let's keep moving. Trying to see what's helpful here. I guess that actually. And then these, let's switch to, I guess, the strength. Well, yeah. That's cardio, alright. And then we should have Bredrick's belt. Supposed to be helping me against bludgeoning. I don't know. Seems like it just doesn't work. And all my companions are not with me. That's fine. Who needs them? Oh, there's two of them. Alright, Zalbar, you have a lot of level ups. It would be nice if you could help me out.
Sure.
These things take do a lot of damage. Okay, but we survived. I'm gonna use heal. I believe that was everything. No, wait, there's one more. Nope, that was it. Okay, never mind. When I did the failed recording, it was over here. We're good now. Was there loot here? I don't remember. It would appear the answer is no. That full health? Nope, we're just a little bit off. I'm surprised how hard those Rancors are hitting. Unless this is just supposed to be like an endgame world, so they do a lot of damage. It's a Force Ghost. You're not Rakata. What is your business? You're off-worlder. Who are you? We are the Elders, and you will answer our questions. Who are you and why have you come? Look, I've come here about your car's extended warranty. I mean, I'm Revan. You. You are Revan? The council wishes to speak with you. You may enter. Yeah, alright. We of the Elder Council did not expect to see you again, Revan. We thought you had betrayed us. Why have you returned to our village after all this time? I'm not Revan anymore. That part of me is gone. I'm Rane Toral now. Your words are confusing. We recognize you, and you are the one called Revan. You are the one who came here before. You and Malik. You promised to help us. In exchange for our aid, you swore to destroy the ancient evils of our Rakata ancestors. Are you saying this means nothing to you now? My mind was destroyed, my memories were lost. We do sense something different about you. Something that has changed. You're not the same as you were before. Perhaps your memory has been lost. Maybe I failed in the mission. You never know. Maybe it's not my fault. Yet the power you wield, what you call the Force, is within you still. You can help us, Revan, if we dare to trust you again. It's a little overwhelming. I still don't remember anything. If what you say is true, then you cannot remember when you were last here. Then you must have many questions. Ask what you will, Revan, and we'll try to help you understand. You can tell me who you are, for starters. We are the Elders, descendants of the Rakata priests who served during the days of the Infinite Empire over 20,000 of your Galactic standard years ago. You met us the last time you came here. You arrived with Malik, your servant. Ha, loser. 3 of your Galactic standard years ago. We saw your ship plummet to the Earth, a victim of the disruptor field that guards this planet. You and Malik both survived the crash, though you were stranded here on our world. And in your search for a way off this planet, you discovered our enclave, just as you did this time. You used the Force to draw the Rakata language from our minds, even as you planted Basic into our skulls so we could help you in your quest to escape this world. So we should have been able to understand the droid, I think. Unless he was speaking a different language. I'm talking about the droid on Tatooine. We helped you enter the Temple of the Ancients, you and Malik both. And now, after all this time, you have returned, with your mind wiped clean. Is there anything else you wish to know? Do a lot of ships crash because of the disruptor field? Throughout the history of our world, many ships have fallen victim to the disruptor field. Most within the ship perish in the crash, though some creatures do survive. This is how the great war beasts you call Rancors came to this world. A few of the beasts survive the crash, and they are captured and trained by some of the more primitive Rakata tribes. More primitive tribes? You mean there are other Rakata? There are many Rakata on this world. Even the most primitive and warlike tribes, though most are primitive and warlike tribes descended from the lower castes of the Infinite Empire. Most powerful of all of these is the tribe of the One. Many times warriors of the One's tribe have attacked our compound hoping to gain the knowledge we guard. Our technology is far superior to theirs, and their attacks have failed. What about your tribe? We are the Elders, descended from the... Okay, you already talked about this. Wait, during the collapse of the Rakata Empire, warlords unleashed weapons of terrible destruction that threatened to drive our species to extinction. Okay, this is new. Never mind. In the devastation's aftermath, our ancestors locked knowledge of such technology away in the temple, so it could never be used again. Ever since then, we Elders have kept our vigil. I need parts to repair my ship. Even if you repair your ship, you'll not be able to leave this world until you enter the temple and disable the disruptor field that caused you to crash in the first place. It would be like more like an EMP field, but I guess not. As for the parts you seek, that we cannot help you with. You might be able to salvage what you need if you explore some of the crash sites on this world. But most of the wrecks are quickly raided and stripped by the more primitive and warlike Rakata tribes. They do not understand their technology, they hoard whatever they can carry. More about the temple. There's little I can tell you about the temple. I know the secrets of our ancestors are contained within, while the temple itself is barred to us. Only those who can command the force can enter. Long ago, we Rakata had this power, but it has since been lost to us. That is why we helped you the last time you were here. Revan, you could enter the temple, but we cannot. I thought they'd lower the barrier to entry. Well, they literally can't enter it. They can just lower the barrier. I don't know. So if I promise to help you again, will you help me? We trusted you once before, Revan, and you betrayed us. It is true you can enter the temple and we cannot, but how can we trust you after the last time? The part of me that was Revan is dead. Now I am Rane Toral. You say you are not who you once were, and yet you are here on our world. You repeat the pattern of your last visit. Like the last time you crashed here, like last time you have come seeking our help. How have you changed, Revan? I cannot prove what is in my heart. I only ask that you judge me by my actions. Fortunately, that works. We sense you mean the words you speak, but the words are easy to say. It is actions that prove the true nature of your character. You must prove to us that you are not the same as you once were, Revan. You must prove that you have changed. Like I'm going there eventually. How can I prove that? Recently, several of our scouts were captured by the One. Most of them were brutally slaughtered, but we have information that one of the scouts is still alive. They will use unimaginable tortures to force the scout to reveal everything he knows about our tribe. And once the One is done with him, the scout will be executed like others. You must prove that you have changed by risking your own life to save another. Rescue our scout from the clutches of the One, and we will consider helping you. Maybe they can negotiate with the One to release your hostage. We'd prefer if you could find some way to save the prisoner without bloodshed. But we don't believe that will be possible. The One does not like to negotiate, so the negotiations will be short. I had to throw in the Star Wars reference. So if I save the prisoner, you help me? Risking your life to save the prisoner would show us that you are sincere about making amends for the past. Alright, I'll be back. Prisoner is being held in the chamber of the One himself. Return to us once he is free. Until then, you're free run of our enclave. Right. Do any of these guys have anything important to say? Yes, Revan, is there something you need? I want to ask you questions. We tell you what we can, Revan. I guess these guys all have the same thing to say. Alright. I'm really confused what the Mandalorian head is for. There is something over here. You have returned at last, Revan. I was beginning to wonder what happened to you within the temple. Good question. You know me? We met previously when you last entered our enclave, many years ago. You inquired as to my research then as well. You came here and gained access to the temple, and were never heard from again. Some thought you might have betrayed us to the others, but they were never able to penetrate our defenses. You never know, maybe I died in the process. But if you help us now, then the time taken is nothing. Is there anything else you require? What are you doing? What am I doing? You mean the purpose of my research here? What did you research? As you may have heard from our historians, in our distant past we melded technology and the Force to create truly wondrous effects. We guided ships across the galaxy using our power and incorporated its use into all aspects of our society. But something happened somewhere. What happened? There's a variety of theories on what happened. Perhaps we became immune to the effects of the Force from overuse. Perhaps our breeding habits rendered our species insensitive to it over time. None truly know. The only discernible result is that we could no longer command the Force as we had. Its power had escaped us. With its loss, our technologies could no longer hold us as far above the subjugated races we ruled. And our empire began to crumble. The races we subjected rose up, plagues swept our worlds, and in the end, only the members of our race left here on our homeworld survived. No Rakata can use the Force? Every once in a while, there is an individual who is born with affinity to the Force. Maybe not the ability to use it directly, but at least the ability to remain open to it. I believe this is a sign that whatever genes our species had that gave us the ability to use the Force are not completely gone. Perhaps when the ancestors of the current tribes fled beneath the surface, some retained this trait. Beneath the surface. We're on top of the surface. We've been working for years to isolate this gene and attempt to resurrect it in our species as well. We of the Elders do not have the Force sensitivity ourselves, but by harnessing the genetic structure of other tribes, we hope to be able to breed the gene back into our species. Ryan, you're capturing prisoners for their genes? You make us seem like monsters. Truly, we are not. We capture them, yes, but only because the tribes have become extremely xenophobic in their millennia trapped on this world. They would not aid us willingly and killed our messengers when we asked. We believe that if we get a large enough genetic sample, we can reintroduce the recessive Force-sensitive genes back into our people, allowing us to once again access the heritage of our past. You're trying to restore your empire, aren't you? No. You do not want to fall down the path that so twisted our people before. This time, perhaps we can redeem ourselves in the eyes of the galaxy and become a force of good. How close are you to finishing your research? We are quite far along, having had centuries to work already, but with the arrival of another tribe on our island, we have restricted our movements to just our enclave. Wonder how they get food. We have captured a few of their warriors, but the one that really interests us is their leader, the One. The One, what's so special about him? Those with the genes we seek seem to be marked with the destiny that causes them to rise above the others as we did as a species early on. In hearing the stories his warriors tell of the One, we believe he may hold some of the genes we seek. He may be nearing Force sensitivity. Unfortunately, he and his people are much too aggressive and violent for us to ever get close enough to study. His corpse would not do either, as only a living working body is of use to us. Maybe in time, though, the difference between our peoples will lessen enough that we may study one another and gain the information we need. Alright, what kind of information do you need? Genetic data on drifts and changes over the many millennia we have been here. Specific data on exceptional individuals. When we had access to the knowledge of our ancestors. They must have known much, much more than us. they had a much greater population sample to work with. I believe that in the temple there may be the information we seek. Perhaps in the old archives or scrolls, maybe even in an ancient computer, if any is still functioning. This information would help us greatly in our work, and we would be very grateful to you for it. Is there anything else I can help you with? Alright, I'll be going. Very well. Come and go as you please. Alright, so now we got the quest to go get him. Looks like they have weapons there, though. Looks like a lightsaber. Alright, anyway. I'm sure they know what they're doing. What happens if it touches gone? Nothing. Alright. These guys don't have anything to say. Nope. Fortunately, they don't get angry at me like the Tusken Raiders do when I try to loot their stuff. Go this way now. Alright, we could talk to that guy for, like, lore, but we're just gonna go in here. At least I think that's all he can tell us about. Fortunately, they have some loot in here. Unfortunately, there's not much that'll help us directly in combat. I never use the stims. But I guess if it was like an emergency situation, I should. Yeah, of all these baskets, apparently there's only like a few that interest me. Alright. Well, we still got a couple more things actually to loot. Okay, some grenades, those would be helpful. Especially against the Rancors. Events med packs. It's better than the regular ones. Maybe if my treat injury is higher, the regular ones would do a lot better. This looks like some kind of cafeteria. Alright, I think this is the last thing we can loot. Alright, so in the next episode, I'm going to try to leave the settlement. I'm going to save it here and end the episode here, just in case the game crashes again. Then I'll have to, like, validate the file integrity, or the file's integrity or something. Whatever it's called. Anyway, if you like this episode, stay tuned for next one. I'm TJ, and I'll see you next time.